the good ride, because it's pretty damn hard to try before you buy. Hey, so we're looking at a new binding.
I'm not looking.
You're not seeing any evil. But anyways, the Salomon district changed this year. Got a kind of a stiffer heel loop. It's still flexy, but it's more in line with the Defender's type of heel loop. Gives you a little more support. We like the old one just as much, but you know, so it's not really like a crazy change to really like go, now I don't like the district. You know what I mean? It still felt great. It feels like the high back's a little stiffer than before.
Yeah, actually,
it was a little softer. It feels
kind of
a little
stout
more,
too, huh? It's staunch.
Yeah, and the hologram feels a touch stiffer too. So it feels like the hologram's a little more solid on the mountain side, kind of like to support the kind of a little more, a board that requires a little more attention when it comes to the turn. And this feels like it can handle more mountain freestyle, where it felt more like it was more comfortable in the park, you know, a little softer. And love the turn initiation. It feels like it has more shock absorption, and you know, right here too, little rubber. But I mean, it's just such
did you feel that?
Yeah, it's just such a fun.
I didn't feel a thing.
Yeah, it's funny, when Peter hit me, for some reason the shock absorption in the binding helped
him.
It helps.
Yeah, it made me feel better.
Kind of Corsican brothers.
That's that good. It's that good, people.
But I gotta say, I mean, the ankle straps, the toe straps, everything, they just were so comfortable.
The adjustability. On the fly.
It's like, let's adjust for Jimbo's boot, who's bigger than mine. Then Peter and I, you know, we kind of have a similar boot.
Yeah.
So we don't adjust and we just hand it over. But, you know, it's great. And my only complaint, like every Salomon, you know, Shadow Tech binding, is that you can't really get the high back rotation without addressing forward lean. Because this works forward lean, you bring it forward, you know, and it also works rotation. So
it takes some tweaking.
I just kind of don't rotate, because you can still get a little twist, so I just don't rotate and bring it forward. Next thing, got a nice little pop top.
He's going to talk about some big discs right now, so if you have any kids.
Yeah, kids, you may want to leave the room.
DISC.
We're whipping out the big disc.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking, get off that.
Big swinging disc.
You can see there, Burton compatible, 3-hole, EST, and 4-hole. So you're kind of just ready to go. There's lots of stance with adjustability, so where it might not have like the best combo of high back rotation and forward lean, it does do really well if, you know, you need to slide the discs either way to get your perfect stance with, which is great with, you know, the traditional 4-hole binding system. So anyways, I just, you know, I think I might have liked the old district a touch better if you want to pair it with a smaller, like a softer, more playful parky board. But I like the new district better if you're like feeling a little more mountain freestyle. You know, if you're feeling a little country and a little rock and roll. A little bit of rock and roll. You know, this is going to be more your cup of tea. And I think it's just a very well made, very well done binding. I like the upgrades from, you know, it's 50-50. I still love the binding, and it's still very recommendable. It's just more, the preference kind of changed a bit, but it'll still do great in the park. It's just going to be a little more, you know, a little more responsive, a little more stiffer in the high back, but, you know, there you have it. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't love it as much as last year's, but there's nothing that they've changed this year that I'm like, oh, like, it in any way is a bad binding for me. I don't love it.
Like, this sucks, I'm going home.
Yeah, exactly. I don't. I still like the hologram a little bit better, in my opinion, just as far as like a little more.
Yeah, that's more my style.
Yeah, it's just more my style. But you know, if you want to go a little more parky, get the district. Don't do what you want. You know what? Don't listen. You're
going on a limb.
You know, it's not. Don't listen to us.
So yeah, I like it better in some ways and less in others. So And,
it's
and
hard-
I think
hard to
I
explain.
think Peter just likes it less, I guess.
I just like it. I like it a little less.
A little less. What about you, Jimbo?
Whether I like this more than the hologram or
Do you remember
less?
the old ones?
I don't remember the old districts. Sorry, gentle readers.
I was talking district versus district. No, the
Yeah.
hologram's my kind of binding.
Yeah.
This is what I pair up with more flexy, easier riding boards.
But I'll
Really-
still tell you this: compared to many,
Compared to
many
not having bindings on my
out-
board,
compared
this
to
is
not-
definitely what I'd choose.
choose this definitely over not having bindings. Definitely.
Yes.
But also, I'll tell you what, like the fact that I like this just a little bit less than like last year's and not quite as much as the hologram, I'm still comparing some of my favorite bindings and easily one of my favorite
Yeah.
binding companies in the entire industry. So, I'm really
Well, and one thing too, yeah, I would say
setting
buttering.
the bar high.
Yeah, I would say buttering is this one place where it doesn't quite butter super well compared to some like mini disc minimal contact bindings, minimal contact with the board kind of bindings, or like reflex style bindings from Burton. These are going to be a little bit less when it comes to butterability, but they still butter pretty well. I
Does
mean,
anyone even butter anymore?
Jimbo.
It's the year of the turn. I think that they've put the kibosh on the butter.
I
but they
love
better
the
not.
butter. I love the
I will butter till I
I
die.
hope it all sticks
Till I
around.
die.
Maybe it's just me. I'm just hoping butter goes out of business.
Tilt. Just lean over and tilt. Get that other side of the board off the
Cut,
snow.
Steven.
Butter on the corn.